Hello, 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 hello. How you guys doing today? Um, another passage here. Compare yourself to who you were yesterday, not to who someone else is today. This means aiming at the highest possible good that you can conceive, and then working diligently to improve yourself in its pursuit. It's a call to focus on your own progress and development rather than being distracted by comparison to others. This passage underscores the value of self reflection and personal growth, encouraging individuals to strive for continuous improvement by setting their own standards and goals. Dr. Jordan Peterson. So, I want you guys to kind of take that in for a second. You know what that means to you. It means different things to everybody else. But what does that mean to you? If you want to let me know in your comments, I'd love to hear your thoughts on that. Hope you guys all had a great weekend. I had a fantastic weekend with the family. We ended up on Friday. We ended up going to our son's favorite place, which is Benihana's. Shout out to Benihana's. I don't know what it is about hibachi. I mean, I'm just like a huge fan of hibachi. It is so fresh. I don't know. I could like literally sit there and eat all day. My favorite is the filet mignon and the steak. I love the when they bring you out the little soup with the mushrooms, and they bring you out the salad with that citrusy orange dressing. Oh man. And they always ask me like, hey, do you want a fork? I'm like, hell no, I don't want a fork. I know how to use these chopsticks. So yeah, the banh mi, I never use a fork when I go to Asian restaurants, or hibachis. I always use chopsticks. I love using chopsticks. For some reason, when I'm at an Asian restaurant or I'm eating sushi, I just feel weird using a fork. I don't know about you, but I just feel weird using that fork. So I use chopsticks. I use chopsticks all the time. Not even the ones that are like the ones that are like glued. You know what I mean? That the ones that are very easy to use. Those like kid friendly ones. I use like the actual regular chopsticks. So it also makes you eat slower, so it helps you with your digestive system, right? Because you don't want to eat too fast. So with chopsticks, I just love eating with chopsticks. It's like one of my favorite things to do. I don't eat anything else with chopsticks besides Asian food and sushi. So I won't really, if I'm at an Asian restaurant, I cannot eat sushi without a chopstick, and I cannot eat just Asian food without chopsticks. I don't know what it is. It's like a thing, but I'm glad I learned how to use chopsticks. They're fun, and they're fun to eat with. So we had a fillet. My son always has his noodle dish. Believe it or not, my son's a huge fan of vegetables. So this man will order, he doesn't even want chicken. He'll order noodles and broccoli, right? So how many kids do you know that ask for broccoli or carrots or zucchini, right? We don't even have to ask him. He literally does it himself. He's like, I want noodles and broccoli. Like, all right, cool. All right. And what else? Oh, and rice. Oh, perfect. All right. So we got the carbs, we got the vegetables, and now he's eating more and more meat. So he likes his chicken as well. And we're introducing him to shrimp. So, and then I also love there's a really, really good tea they have. It's the hibiscus tea. So there's no caffeine in it, which at night I don't want any caffeine because I want to have a good night's rest. So there's no caffeine in it. So I drink that. And then they also give you dessert at the end. They give you ice cream. So you get to pick either sherbet, chocolate, vanilla, green tea. And they used to have red bean, which was one of my favorites, but they no longer have red bean. Benihana, what is up with that? Why don't you guys have any red bean chocolate anymore? I mean, red bean ice cream. That was pretty good. I think you guys should go back into adding that flavor in. I don't know if it wasn't popular. Maybe because you say red bean. Like, who wants to eat ice cream that sounds like you're eating beans, right? When I think of beans, I think of Chipotle, and they ask you, do you want pinto beans or do you want black beans? I'm sorry, they say black or pinto beans, right? So when you're at a hibachi restaurant like Benihana's, and they ask you, do you want red bean ice cream? You're like, "No, I don't want no bean ice cream." Like, how is that gonna taste, right? But you know what? It actually tastes pretty good, right? So, if you guys wanna give that a shot next time, my Benihana's at my, in Schaumburg, where I live by, does not have red bean ice cream, but I'm sure other locations might still have red bean ice cream. So, if you guys ever wanna try that out. And, talk about sledding. So the next day, we didn't have too much snow, but the snow that we had, there's, like, this little hill nearby in Elmhurst by our house, and we ended up going on the hill. Unfortunately, we weren't that prepared. We ended up going last minute at Target to get my son some gloves, and we didn't get him the best gloves either. So he went ahead and went on the hill with me, the mom, and my partner, and had a really good time. But after 3, 4 times, he's like, "Daddy, Daddy, I want to go home under the fire." So I'm like, "All right, all right." So we went up the hill, we went down a few times. He had a little bit of fun, and he's like, "I'm out. I want to go home." So we ended up going home. Hey Joe, hey Christopher, nice to see you guys on Instagram. So yeah, so I would that was kind of my weekend, and then a Sunday, I want to give a huge shout out to my attorney, John Ferrantino. John, if you're listening, brother, I appreciate you so much. You took the time on a Sunday when you're with your family, spend some time with me to go over my new series LLC that I created. So thank you so much for that. You didn't have to do that. You didn't even charge me for that. Man, what attorney do you guys know that will do things like that for you pro bono? Like literally, me and him do a lot of business together, but still, it's his time. It's a Sunday, and he sat there and he went ahead and went out of his way and made sure that my operating agreement looked okay. We wrote some clauses in there because I'm buying another property this week in San Antonio, Texas. It's a co-living property, no HOA. I'm sorry, we're going to turn it into a co-living home. Shout out to my partner Nick Verichek, great, fantastic guy. If you guys don't know him, you're going to meet him if you come to one of my meetups. I'll introduce you to him. Co-living expert, does things really quickly. I love the way he works, so that's why I'm partnering up with him. So we're going to have another that we're closing on this property this week. So I'm really excited about this. So I had to get the operating agreement going. But what I actually ended up doing was my guy Chris Craig, shout out to Chris Craig from Sub 2. Really, really smart, intelligent guy. I mean, this is what I mean about your circle. This is what I mean about your sphere of influence. Like, you got to be talking to people that are smarter than you. Like me and Chris, like me and him can converse and have a conversation for like an hour. Like every single time I look at my phone, and after I talk with Chris Craig, it's been like literally an hour, that conversation. But I learned so much from that guy. It's insane. Like the kind of stuff that he does. I'm like, man, I'm like amazed with how his brain works. His brain is wired so differently than the average human being that I'm just like, I just want to, like, I'm like, pick his brain, but not pick his brain, because you don't want to just pick someone's brain. You want to bring in value. So I'm bringing him value as well. Shout out to Chris. He helped me set up my Nevada series LLC. He showed me now that with one LLC, I can create 100 series underneath there. That event, the Nevada LLC showed me how to be an anonymous, and now I don't even have to go ahead and open up new LLCs for other property that I'm buying with my partners. I don't got to pay these states any more money. I just got to go ahead and put it on my master operating agreement, my new series, have a separate operating agreement, and I'm good to go and get myself my EIN number. So shout out to Chris Craig, brother. I really respect you. Thank you so much. Your knowledge, your experience is invaluable to me. So thank you so much for that. Really appreciate you. If you guys want to learn something pretty cool that I learned recently, so check this out. So I've been doing a lot of deals in Florida, right? But this is something really cool I want to share with you guys. So all you guys out there that are scared of the due on sale clause, the boogeyman, right? So if you're scared of the boogeyman, I want to share something with you really quick here. So listen very carefully, okay? A lot of you want to put into an LLC, perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. Put into an LLC. Just make sure you have a good transaction coordinator when you're buying a sub two property, that you have a good transaction coordinator. If you need one, reach out to me. I have plenty of them. I can refer you to them as well. So the cool thing, there's only a few states where the beneficiaries are confidential. So listen very, very carefully to when I say this, okay? In many states, land trusts are used to maintain the privacy of property ownership by keeping the identities of beneficiaries confidential. While only a few states have specific statutes governing land trusts, namely Florida, Hawaii, Illinois, Indiana, South Dakota, and Virginia. That's it. Other land trusts can often be established in other states as well, but you will not be anonymous. So, in these arrangements, the trustee holds the title to the property. So, the trustee, whoever created the land trust for you, holds the title to the property, and the beneficiary's identity is not disclosed in public records, thereby providing anonymity. So, if you're buying any sort of properties in these states and you want to be anonymous, go to a land trust attorney and they will create the land trust for you. Land trusts are not that expensive. They're usually about 800 to 1200 bucks. But if you want that peace of mind, if it's your first deal and you're scared, whatever that may be, you can go ahead and do a land trust if you're buying in any of those states. So I was so surprised that out of all the states, my blue states that's still blue for whatever reason. I don't know why we're still blue, but after all the corruption in Crook County and everything else, and our terrible mayor, but regardless of politics, um, Illinois, Illinois has that one beautiful, beautiful statute that we can our beneficial interest is anonymous. So thank you, Illinois, for at least doing something for the people and making it easier for us to stay anonymous on a land trust. Truly yours, Creative Mike. Thank you. I thank you for that. And of course, our neighbor Indiana. Shout out to Indiana. I know I have a friend. I have a couple of friends that own a huge portfolio out there. Really good guys. I partner up with them as well. I don't know if they want their names disclosed or not, but I'm not going to disclose their names. I don't know how they feel about that, but they were buying in Indiana for I don't know, probably the last 10 years, acquired a very sizable portfolio. And guys, if you're listening to this, if you're buying more properties in Indiana, you can also become anonymous using a trust, right? So just kind of little information for you there. Um, you have you guys can go ahead and become anonymous in Indiana, which is awesome. And and I want to just go ahead and if you guys are a buyer and you're trying to purchase more sub two or seller financing properties or cash properties, reach out to me. Get on our buyers list. Just shoot me a. All I need is your email, your phone number, and your name, and the states that you're buying in. If you want to include counties, that's perfectly fine. We can go ahead and tag you under certain counties that we have. Got to stay hydrated. You're talking a lot. That's what I do all day is I talk a lot. So, looks like checking a couple emails here. Remember when I talk about blocking out your time? I don't even care about these emails in the morning anymore. I am here with you guys. I am live streaming. So whatever happens, happens. I'll take care of it later on, and then also have a time block now for making my phone calls because those are my money making activities, and everything else comes second. Um, the if you're looking to, I am looking so I want to talk to you about some of my goals here for 2025, and I want to hold you. I want you guys to hold me accountable for this. So If you guys are not following me on Instagram, YouTube, Discord, Facebook, shoot me a follow, give me a subscribe. Appreciate that. Hopefully, I'm bringing you value, good information. Anything I'm bringing you on like certain specifics and legalities and all that stuff, always make sure to verify with an attorney, with a title company, whatever you have to do. These are just things that I've experienced and witnessed and I've done myself. So, like for example, a property I'm buying this week in Moline, Illinois, that we're going to do a lease option on. We're going to be putting that into a land trust. Why? Just because me and my partner want to do it that way. No apparent reason. It's just we want to go ahead and get it done that way. So we're going to put into a land trust. So the cool thing is the beneficiary of the land trust is going to be a series LLC that I'm going to create through my Nevada LLC. I know it sounds complicated, and it is for the new person, it is for a new person, and it was complicated to me. I had to ask Chris Craig a few times, like, "Dude, like, can you explain this to me, please? Because I am like, it's like going over my head." But then he finally put in a really easy in layman's terms, and it clicked. I'm sure I'll still have a bunch of questions about it because I'm not an attorney, I'm not a CPA, I'm not an accountant, I don't have an EA license, and this guy is like this like crazy tax strategist individual, that knows, that just has his brain just has so much information. I feel like he's a computerized AI with all the information that he has. So, if you guys want to help me with some of my goals here, if you have any RV parks that the sellers are interested in some sort of component of seller financing, please send them over to me. I'll have my underwriter take a look at it. Any multifamily, I don't really care what state it's in. As long as the numbers make sense, shoot it over. Preferably red states, but I also look at blue states if the numbers really make sense. If you guys, I'm looking to get to at least 10,000 followers this year. Hopefully, I can get accomplish that goal, or maybe even higher. Meetups monthly, guys. I'm gonna be doing meetups in Schaumburg every single month. They're going to be intentional meetups, as I keep telling you guys. By the time you walk out of that room, you're going to know every single person in that room, what they're looking for, what they want, and what kind of value you can bring. Even if you're a newbie, I will make sure that I will show you how you can bring value. Okay. One way you can bring value is you can be a bird dog for me, a bird dog to some of the people at these meetups. What that essentially means is that you're going to go ahead and find us deals, and we're going to go ahead and call those individuals, and we're going to see if we can possibly get under contract, and we'll pay you a nice little referral fee of anywhere between 1,000 to 2,500 bucks just for showing us the deal. Easy money, easy money. And you can do that. You can literally be on Craigslist or Facebook groups and look for deals for me and my partners. And another thing that I want to do is I want to buy a business this year. So if there's anybody out there that knows maybe uncle, sister, family member, relative, neighbor that is a little bit older, that has a family based business, has been established for a long time, maybe looking to retire, you know, let me know, please. I'm looking for a service based business. I am open to other businesses as long as it's a business that is self-managed, meaning that I don't have to go in there and actually run the business is already running by itself. I'm looking for at least $1 million in revenue per year with about a 15 to 20% net profit or EBITDA. So the same thing, just a little bit of a different nuance, but as long as it has 15 to 20% net profit, $1 million in revenue, and is self-managed, then I will go ahead and take a look at that for you. If I don't buy it, guys, I have buyers that will possibly buy it, and if I can sell it or wholesale it, me and you can make a lot of money together. On a business, when we're wholesaling businesses, you're probably looking like we can make anywhere from 50 to $150,000 on a business transaction. And when it comes to funding, don't worry about it. I have ways to get funding for the business and everything else. So don't worry about that at all. We can get that done. Um, and another goal I have for myself is just continuously to keep getting better 1% every single day. I need to keep improving myself. So you guys, I want to make sure you guys hold me accountable for everything that I'm doing. So Sami, hello, thank you for joining. If you guys want to hold me accountable for everything that I'm doing, I will go ahead and I want to make sure that I accomplish these goals this year. I want to make sure I accomplish my financial goals, my family goals, my mental health goals, my self awareness goals, my self development goals, and everything else that comes with it. If you guys want to be on the Creative Mike show, if you want to come by, chat with me, chop it up a little bit, see what so let me know what you're doing. Just shoot me a DM. There's an empty chair right there. My first guest was my cousin Rafael from Spain from BGI Remodeling. That was my first guest I've ever had on my show before. So if you guys are in the area, if you want to fly out of, if you want to fly out, it's up to you. You can sit down with me. We'll have a chat. We'll have a nice conversation. We'll promote your business. We'll promote your brand, and we'll go from there. So, with that being said, appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Please remember, I joint venture a lot. So if you want to collaborate, send me a DM. Let me know what you have. If you guys are just sending me over a lead, please don't expect to get paid half of that. If you send me over a contract that's signed and you want me to help you with everything else, we can definitely split that. But if you're just sending me, hey, Mike, here's a lead, here's a to call, they might be interested in seller financing. If you want me to do all the work, please don't expect to get paid half of everything. Okay, you will still get paid handsomely, but don't expect to get paid everything. If you know anybody in pre foreclosure or in probate and they need help, reach out. We have an entire team that can help. And we also can get paid very handsomely on those as well. So if you know somebody in foreclosure, if you're calling pre foreclosures or if you're calling probates, whatever you're doing, you need some help, let me know. Especially here in Chicago, Illinois. If you're in Chicago, Illinois, and you have some leads and you want help with those leads, maybe they're on the cusp, maybe they're going up to auction and you need help with those, give me a call. I can help you. I have a team that we can stop auctions. We can do everything. We can figure out a game plan for your seller. You know, there's also even a different strategy where I can even buy the house from them and and lease it back to them with an option to buy. It's a little bit more advanced, but I will throw it out there. Most sellers want to keep their home, so if there is a lot of equity in that property, that could also be a position that we can look at getting into, and we can also get paid very handsomely on that. With that, I am going to be signing off. My friends, thank you so much for joining. Please be on the lookout. I think I'm not even going to procrastinate this anymore. I'm just going to go ahead and get a meetup going for us. I think, what is this, the 13th? I'm flying on the 29th to Mesa. Let's see here. So we have the 13th. Look at this calendar here. 13th. Maybe like the 21st or 22nd. I don't know. We'll see. Like somewhere around those times. Guys, let me know like what you would prefer. Like do you guys like Mondays, Tuesdays, like Thursdays, Fridays? How many of you would come on a Saturday? You know, I want to make sure that I adjust the schedule according to what people's schedules look like as well, because I want to make sure you guys have enough time to get to the location, sit down, have a great time, enjoy some beverages, enjoy some good food, and then we can have a nice chat throughout the few couple of hours that we're going to be there. So I'm still debating if it's going to be Saturdays or Fridays or Thursdays. I don't know. Let me know your comments. Let me know what's going on. Let me know what you think is best, and then I'll take it from there. Other than that, guys, ladies, everybody else listening, love yourselves. Keep pushing forward. Have a good work ethic. Be consistent. Only give your time away to those that deserve it. Don't let people from all different directions start pulling you. That's something that I've witnessed recently in the last few months, and I had to stop that. So Even, you have to make sure you focus on what's good for you and what's good with your family and what's good for your business. And then everything else you can go ahead and put aside, but you want to make sure to get to that as well, but that's not a priority. Your priority is your health. Well, your priority is God, your health, well, your God, family, health, and business, right? I don't know if all those four are how everybody keeps them in order, but let's just say those four are my priority. And I think that should be your priority as well. Don't have shiny object syndrome. I still kind of have it, but I'm just really trying to learn this industry as much as I possibly can because every single deal I look at it from all different angles, from a multi-dimensional viewpoint. So when I look at it from my own vantage point, I see different exits. So that's why I'm really learning, and really trying to learn all these different things and how I can look at a deal and how I can assess a deal quickly if it's a good deal or if it's not a good deal. So education. I mean, spend some time educating yourself, spend some time being around people that are doing what you want to do, and always make sure to tell those people, I appreciate you. Always, 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 because real estate is not a solo game. Real estate is a team sport. You cannot get a deal done unless there's another person on the other side. So always make sure if you do a deal with somebody, make money with somebody, appreciate them, send them a card, say thank you. Maybe put a little gift card in there, maybe a Starbucks gift card or a Dunkin' Donuts gift card or whatever. Just show them some sort of appreciation. If you do a deal with somebody and you make 10, 20, $30,000, send them something. Send them and their spouse out to dinner. Hey, it's on me. I appreciate you. I appreciate you bringing this to me. Because of you, you know, we both made a good amount of money. Let's continue this relationship. Let's continue this cycle. Let's keep moving forward and let's keep partnering up on deals because obviously our goals and our mindsets align with each other. With that being said, guys, thank you so much for joining. Hope you guys got a little value out of this stream. And as always, stay creative, my friends.